What's up, guys? I'm back. It's Torin, your favorite LPN student. I made this video to just give a little description on what to expect inside LPN program. I'll basically tell you how my program's laid out, and I'll give you a brief description on how I ended up in the program. First off, let me grab your attention to tell you there's no waiting list. No waiting list. And usually LPN programs are much easier to get into rather than RN programs, especially if you ain't got the dough for the RN program. So LPN is where it's at. So whatever. Before I got into this program, I was at a community college and I was taking prereqs. I had finished like majority of my prereqs. I didn't do chemistry, and that's about it. Like I did stats, my English, anatomy, and physiology. I did all of that. Whatever, my psychs, I did all of that. And here comes this waiting list with a list full of people, like years worth of people. It's like going to the welfare and like waiting in line to like, oh my god, am I approved? Like, I need food today. I need nursing today. Anyway, that was corny. But yeah, so it's a big waiting list. Like, you wait for years. Like, I just gave you 2 years of my life with these prereqs. Now you want me to wait another 2 years to enter only a 2-year program? That's 4 years. I could have had my bachelor's by now. Like, why? Whatever. So, I was desperately looking around for different programs. I got denied some. And my sister told me about the program that I'm in now. She's actually attending, and she'll be in some of my videos, so just look out for those. She's a really brilliant young lady. So yeah, like we're both in the program. So she told me about it, like, Torin, this program, there's no waiting list. Like, I go for my interview tomorrow. I just got called in today. Like, could you believe it? You got to take the T's, whatever. So I'm like, what? No waiting list? Like, I was like, whoa, yeah. Remind you, I told you I was desperate too. So I called them, and, they're like, yeah, can you come in tomorrow to meet with me? And I'm like, sure. They told me all the information that I need to bring. I get there the next day, whatever. They're like, oh, do you want to take the TEAS test? Remind you, you guys should know that the TEAS is the entrance exam into a program. You have to pass the TEAS with a score, a certain range. Like, it's different for each school. So I was like, I wasn't expecting this. I have a T score. That's good. Can you take it from my other school? Nope, you got to take it at our school. So I'm like, all right, whatever. If I passed it last time, I can pass it again. Took it, nailed it. So obviously, you could see their face, like, okay, she passed the TEAS ATI. That's money right there. She's good for our program. So I already knew. I was like, yep, I've passed it. They want me. They getting money off of me. So whatever, I sat down, I met with the lady, and she's like, oh, can you come in for an interview with the director? I'm like, sure, that's no problem. Well, they asked me like why I wanted to come, and the little interview, whatever. And we know not to say because of the money. And I hope that it's not only because of the money, actually. For a lot of you nursing students, that's the wrong, you have to have it here. But anyways, so yeah, like I met, like 2 days later, I met with the director, and she actually accepted me on the spot. Usually they tell you, oh, I'll call you back in a day or two, whatever. But she was like, I really like you, like you're a pleasant young lady. I think you would really succeed in our program, And she was like, so I'm welcoming you into the program. I sat there she took my breath away, and she didn't even know, I just had to hold my composure and just act accordingly. I was like, yeah, thank you. All nervous, like desperate and whatever. So I was like so happy. I screamed when I got to the car. I got accepted, whatever. I got accepted. I got accepted in like April, and then I started it May 21st. So yeah, and it's a 12-month program. So yeah, when I started, they gave me this schedule here. This is the layout here. So it's a 12-month program, and with the 5 mods, and each mod is 10 weeks. So, and each mod, basically, it consists of basic courses like your anatomy, your anatomy and physiology, your English, your psych, pharmacology, all that. So you'll have 3 main courses, and then a week, and then 2 clinical days. So that's not really bad, but the workload, that's what can get you, you know. So like my first mod, I was taking anatomy and physiology, fundamentals, English, and clinicals. Remind you, like I'm worried, I'm stressed. Like you already get the hint on how stressful nursing is. So you know, all these classes thrown at you is like, whoa, you know, I wasn't ready for that, you know. But I aced my first mod. It flew by in that mod. So second mod, I had to take anatomy and physiology 2, part 2. I had to do fundamentals part 2, and I had clinical, and I had psych. So what I did was I like, it's hard, it's stressful, but it's what you make it also. I think the big thing is what you make it. What I did was everything that I've learned in the first mod, I took it to the second mod with me. And I really think that that helped me because remind you, my instructor in second mod, she literally said, take this Bible, study this Bible, and passed your exams. She didn't tell us what the exams were going to be on, nothing. There's no such thing as study guides, whatever, you know. So everyone's stressed, you know, you feel stress in the atmosphere. So you don't even want to go to anyone like, hey, you want a study group? Stay away from me right now. Like I have to soak this all in. So, you know, I remained humble and, you know, held my composure. And I was just like, you know what? Everything that I learned in mod 1, I'll bring it to mod 2 and see if that helped, which it did. And if you please subscribe because I have really good tips on, you know, what got me through this program with A's and B's. You know, I still have 4 months left. You know, let me remind you, but I'm pretty confident that I'm going to pass. And I know that you would keep going. You're going to do great. Okay, mod 3 is the mod that I recently just got out of. That's when like it really started like coming on to me like, okay, it's getting real. Your professionalism, your time management, their expectations in you, everything is just like you welcome yourself into a whole new world, a whole new atmosphere, and it's just like, you know, they really they have high expectations for you, you know, as you go further in each mod, each level. But one thing, when you go to the next level, it's in addition to what you learned from the last module or level, you know. So like really pay attention because what you're being taught, you already was taught, but you were taught at a lower level. Now you're taught way up here, you know, and you really have to apply these things. Critical thinking is really, really important, like very important, you know. So the workload did get, you know, a lot more challenging, and you know, it's different ways that different techniques work out for different people, you know. Like I started making flashcards, study guides, I made study groups, and a lot of my study guides got a lot of people through third mod. So subscribe and check out my video on my tips, and I'll show you flashcards and study guides. So please subscribe and comment below on more information if this is not knowledgeable or informative to you. And now I'm in fourth mod. I have one more mod after this to go, and then I'm on the exit exam, out the door. Peace out. I owe you money. You can get that when I can afford to pay you back. Mod 4, oh my god, a lot of homework. Remind you, it's like how many hours of homework? Like 20 hours of homework, and it's only worth 5%. 5%. You think about that. 5% is gonna bring me down what, 2 points, 1 point. Well, if you're a C average student, well, you might as well just walk out the program now if you think that you're not gonna do your homework. Me, like, you know, I'm like a B plus A student, you know, so homework really, it won't affect me, but I like to set my expectations really high. So with these exams and stuff, like, you know, if you run in like the C plus range, like a 76%, you want to aim for like at least an 86% so that you could fall into like 76 to an 80, because 75 is failing. 75 is freaking failing. You're done, you know, and you only could fail twice and then you're out the program. Whatever. So, you know, homework is it's really important. That can really save you, homework. And then we had to do this head to toe assessment, and that was worth 1%. 1%, but it can bring up your score, you know. So just like really beyond the homework and stuff like that. Clinicals, Clinicals, I like clinicals. It's fun, you know. That's where you kind of put everything together and be like, oh, okay, this is why a swollen leg. It refers to the heart problems, congested heart failure. You know, you start like seeing these things and like, wow, you actually apply it and understand it. Whereas you're sitting in the class looking at the teacher like, what language are you speaking? Where do you come from? Okay. You know, so clinicals, it was really fun. Sometimes it can like even get boring. Like a lot of conference, you're doing a lot of documenting and stuff like that. I love doing that actually. So but overall the program is not too bad. It's not as intense as an RN program, but I do want to branch out. And luckily my program actually it's a 12-month, and then I can branch into a BSN, not even RN, for 12 to 18 months because of my prereqs prior to this school. So, but anyways, like if you want any more information, please comment below, subscribe to my channel, and just let me know about anything else, any questions that I didn't go over. I know this was pretty broad, you know, but any comments, just let me know and I'll make a video on it. You know, you got this. You guys will be nurses. You would kick butt inside a nursing program. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. If I can do it, you surely can do it. So please, please, please keep going. Put your mind into it. Everything you're paying for this, it's very expensive. Take it serious. Please take it serious. By the grace of God, take it serious and run with it and be proud of yourself every step of the way. Cry if you have to, shout if you have to, whatever you have to do, please do it because it's totally worth it, okay? And I can't wait to see you on this other side. Watch my other videos and subscribe now. Thank you.